Hey there weavers, welcome back. This is Grace with Tangled Webs Weaving. And today I decided to put the Tabula Rasa table runner kit on the loom and start weaving it. So I got it all warped up. It is a pattern that uses Euroflax, which is a very fine threaded, it's a very fine thread. And you warp two at a time because this is a double weave. So one color, the red, is on one layer, and the sand, which is kind of a tan, is tannish gold, is in the other layer. So you have to wind two at a time, which I have no problem with. Got that done. Got it worked onto the big loom because since this is a complex weave, I figured that I would put it on the big loom rather than on the little Ashford table loom. Unfortunately, I didn't look at the directions quite close enough, and I didn't realize that it is written for a table loom. And the width that comes with it and the lift plan, or the treadling, is in a lift plan. So I thought, no problem. They provided a width. I will put it in my software and convert it to a treadle plan. Yeah, that didn't work. It takes 17 treadles and I only have 14. So we're going to take this 3-yard warp and we're going to wind it back off the loom. And so I thought that I would show you how to do that in case you ever have to do this too. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out a way to keep the pawl on my ratchet that holds my warp beam down so that I can just pull it off. So I'm going to implement something that I typically use for weighting my warps when I'm winding them. I have a bottle of water. It's actually Kirkland Zero Water Juice that I use for my warping. And I am just going to put this over the handle, and voila, it will keep it from being engaged. So now I can take and wind the warp off the loom. So let's scooch over here a little bit. So I have this in 2 bouts. I'm going to keep it in 2 bouts. And I'm just going to pull it forward and I'm going to chain it. So I'm going to chain each section. And we'll start off with that one. And then we will pull it forward again a couple rounds. And keeping it taut, we'll go ahead and chain the rest of it. I guess the positive of all this is I get to use my new helping hands and rattle on the Ashford table loom. So we'll get to use those. Okay, pull these forward again. And it's only a 3-yard warp, so it's not too bad. I've still got my cross. I hadn't threaded anything, thank goodness. So at least I didn't go to all that effort. Need to pull my loom away a little bit. And line my paper back up. We're good to go now. Okay. Now, the one thing that I do need to do is I need to transfer my cross back over to the front. And to do that, I'm going to engage my pawl again, turn this back a tad, and then I am going to put weights on the warp so that I can get a clean shed in front of the reed here. So we'll just put that through there, make a snitch knot, put our weight through there, and now we have that, and I need another one. Through the loop. Oh dear. Well, that didn't work. Okay, there. All right, so now I should be able to transfer my cross. So we will take the least sticks and bring them forward. Up to the reed. And transferring the cross is exactly the same as when I transfer it from the front of the reed to the back of the reed. So we get our third least stick and get it ready. And then the first least stick I turn on edge, and this is actually, I need these over here. There we go. All right, so let's see, turn the least stick on edge right up against the reed. That creates a little bit of a shed here that I can slip my least stick through. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to slide that least stick forward and hopefully it will stay up there. Then I take this least stick out, and that one will go in the next shed. Now this one's a little bit trickier because it is, the threads have to cross. So what I do is I turn it on edge and then I pull it up and use my hand to clear any threads, and then I can slide it through a nice big shed. And there we have our cross transferred. Easy peasy. Ooh. Okay, so now we're going to, and what I should do is I should transfer these to my Ashford leaf sticks, because that's what I'm going to have to use. All right, so I have these little clips on the Ashford ones to keep them together. So we'll take those off. And this should be an easy transfer. There we go. Okay, now we can take these big long ones out. And then I will put these clips back on to hold it together so that I don't lose my cross. Because I would really hate to lose my cross at this point. Okay, so now we can finish winding this off. And I can take my weights off. Is as far forward as it goes. So we will this got kind of pulled through. I think what I'm going to do pull it through again, get a clean loop, and then I can take this off. So this is why you want those clips on there, because that would have just slid right out of there. Okay. This one. There we go. That cinched up. Stayed together. Good. Okay. Now I think what I will do, so I'll grab a couple clips and to put them through these loops to secure them. And these chip clips are just invaluable in weaving. I use them all the time. All right, so now we're going to take and try and transfer the loops so that I don't lose them through the reed. And so what I need to do, and I'm probably going to do this in a couple passes, is pull about half of them off the back rod, and then I can take and pull them through. Oops. Understand where those came from, but okay. So these little guys right there. Okay. I don't want that one. Well, that's just really, so it looks like maybe I have a cross thread right there. I'm going to leave those there for the moment. Pull these through. These are my last two ends. And I'm going to put these through a clip. And then I will take the next set off, and hopefully I can figure these out. And because I have my cross, I can figure out these threads that evidently got crossed in the reed. All right, so then we'll just put these on here, and that is one bout. And we'll do the same thing with the other bout. And again, that's why you have those clips on the ends of your cross. I'm going to take these all in one swoop off of there. And then transfer them. So there we go. Then I'm gonna put over here on my bench where I can, oh, you can't see it, but I'm trying to keep it under control. Okay, Okay, it looks a little messy as it stands, but it's all organized. I have the loops that I can put on to my back beam. I have my cross secured, and the remainder of the warp is chained up and is nice and neat and tidy and in order. Nothing's getting tangled. So now I can take this over to the Ashford table loom and warp it up. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And oh, by the way, stay tuned to watch me warp this onto the Ashford table loom and weave this runner. Thanks for watching and happy weaving.